these awful slammers, June, where you do all and that, and you shake for about 10 minutes.
That's really cheap tequila you're drinking then.
Well, sorry, my life, John.
But this, I'll get you some of this stuff. It's absolutely brilliant. But she was the one who taught me how to do that. We used to sit and have little cocktail parties. She and I, Pam and I'm from Dallas, and John Barrowman sitting having a cocktail party. Oh, fantastic.
Wow.
Brilliant.
What's your favourite song in the show? I Am What I Am.
I Am What I Am. I sing very differently in the show than what I did here. Here was more showbiz. In the show, it's more of a kind of a determination. There's an anger behind it because he's been rejected by the boy that he raised as his son. I love that one. I also love Mascara at the beginning.
How do you do... Now, this has always worried me when I've seen a show. How do you put false eyelashes on while singing with no mirror?
Let me tell you.
Man, be on me forehead.
Let me tell you. The first time I did it, I picked them up, and I started to shake, and I'm like, oh no, it's never going to go on. But for some reason, they go on. You just know where they are. I do have a small mirror there, but you put it on, do that, put it on, do that, and, you know, Bob's your uncle.
You see, I've never been... I used to be like... And I've just a bit... I'm putting lippy on while you're singing. You must have to time it.
Well, no, I do this. I do a bit... There's a bit in the show that you do, and I put on... and I sing like that, because that's what you would do, isn't it? That's real life. So, but I'm loving it. I love that transformation on stage every night. You know, the audience gets to see me in frilly little panties and a corset. I don't know, but it's not. There was one night I came out and I took the robe off and sat down, and they all screamed, and I thought in my head, they're weird. And the thing is, if you lean forward, I really shouldn't be telling you this. If you lean forward enough in a corset, it actually makes you look like you have breasts.
Oh, I know, because of the...
The things that you do backstage before you go, hey, everybody, look at this.
I must try it sometime.
But the theatre you're in, they sold all the dressing rooms, didn't they?
They did. Whoever bought the theatre before, you know, some show, I think it was the last owner, sold all the dressing rooms off upstairs, and now we're in the dregs of the basement.
See, that's not
There's
nice.
no windows.
No.
You guys are looked after really well, but us backstage, I'm telling you, we're lucky if we get a biscuit.
I know.
They never have enough ladies' loos.
Exactly.
Because in the days when the theatres were built... I don't think ladies ever went to the loo or something, because...
That's why they all look so prim.
They always had male loos,
but none for the
never
ladies.
enough ladies.
No.
They should design a female loo where you can just stand up.
They should. They have them in some foreign countries.
In the Far East.
And we'd rather not know about
Have you never seen them? With a hole in the floor and two handles.
No. Well, I haven't been in many ladies'
Well, you're too young. You're too young.
Thank you.
Look, we've got a surprise for you now. Are you ready for this? This is you at the Opryland Resort. Watch this.
No! That's made me go all emotional.
When was that?
That was my first professionally paid gig, and I was just out of high school, going into college. I did it a summer. I didn't know that footage still existed.
There you go. We find it.
Can you get me a copy of that, please?
Because will you put that in the tape for John?
Please. That was one. I loved doing that show because I was able to sing and dance, and I had a speaking part at the same time. And for me, that was the beginning for me of being an entertainer. And Opryland gave me kind of my the background of how to deal with audiences, how to do live. We did 4 of those shows a day in the 100-degree heat and humidity. But loved it.
You didn't. Well, this is...
I was as thin as a rake, dear.
Did you ever want to play Tulsa and Gypsy?
See, I never thought I was a good enough dancer to do that.
Well, Tulsa shouldn't be, because everything he's seen, he's learned from watching In the Wings.
No, I'm too old.
No, you're not.
I am. Let's face it, come on, I'm too old.
No, you're not, for God's sake.
Not yet.
No. It's when they ring you up to play a clapped-out stripper with a trumpet. That's when you want it, really.
I'll play Tulsa if you play Mazeppa. We'll do that show together. There you go.
I do that in my sleep, Miss Mazeppa. How do kids react when they see Captain Jack in the supermarkets?
Well, I have this... there's a big warehouse store that I go to in Cardiff, and I was shopping one day, and this little... It's really weird, because this little boy walked past me, and his mother came up to me and said, "Can you just take a moment and explain to him what Captain Jack is doing in this supermarket?" And I thought to myself, you know what? If kids see that, that's what they think.
Yeah.
So I turned to him and I went, "I'm undercover. The doctor has sent me here. There's a Cyberman somewhere in these aisles. And if you find him, I want you to tell me." Well, this little boy's face was like that. And he just looked around. And so I went, checked out, bought all my stuff. Even to the point he was watching me as I went to my car, and I'm loading my car, and he's getting put in his car seat. He never took his eyes off me to see if I was going to run or dart, because if I did, he was going to be right there and helping me. It was brilliant. And that, to me, everything that happens, and you know this, and you know this, everything that happens to you in success and things that go really well, those moments are the moments that make you go, that's what it's all about. That's better than any paycheck. That's better than watching yourself on any TV show, to have that kind of reaction from some child like that.
Do you know what I did to a child in Marks when I was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
I dread to think.
It was before the matinee, June, so I wasn't in my best. You know what I mean? I'm there like Gollum in the queue. And this mother said to her child, "There's the child catcher." This kid had hysterics, screamed the place down. And instead of me going over and said, "I'm only acting," I went...
Oh, dear.
And the kid legged it screaming. Now, look... have you added to this book? You have, haven't you?
No, this is the first book. Is the autobiography. This is the second one.
Oh, you're busy.
Yeah, but I've kind of done what you've done.
Yeah,
because I love that. I've done it in stages, and this is the last 3 years, so you get an insight to all of the judging shows that I've been on. A little bit of scandal in some of them.
Wow.
You also get insight to, you know, I had a lot of response from people writing to me about things I've done that have changed their lives or helped their lives, and I've put a lot of that into the book. There's stories, there's things about the Nancys, the Marias, the Josephs, Lloyd Webber, Cameron McIntosh, there's stuff about David Tennant, Doctor Who, Captain Jack. It's more up to date, and also when the paperback comes out, I'm going to put a new chapter in about Lacage.
Yeah.
So,
good idea.
A lot of the women that you grew up with, my gran, who we call Myrn, and I talk about in the book, exactly the same. I had all these strong, my Gran Emily, all these strong female figures around me that just kind of you looked up to and you didn't dare cross.
What? Exactly.
No.
Total respect.
There's a story in there, my Myrn, we were going to the airport and we were late, and this was in the day that airlines used to hold the flights for you. And my dad put, my grandma was in a wheelchair, and she was in the front, and we're all running. And my dad, in order so they couldn't close the gate, shoved my gran in the wheelchair and pushed her towards the gate at the flight attendant. And my gran, all you had was, "Oh, dear God!" We made the flight.
John, it's great to see you. Listen, good luck with Lacage. And for you lot who want your fix, don't forget John's on DVD as well, yeah? There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Barrowman, come on, let's hear you. I'll be in to see you. I will, I'll come in. Well, that's it for tonight, please. Put your hands together for my guests. For Miss June Whitfield, come on. Let's hear it for June. For Mr. John Barrowman. Mr. Daniel Sloss, come on, let's hear it. On Monday, we're all at sea with our nautical special. Have a lovely weekend.